Today, I'm going to show you how to animate this neon light effect on this controller. First, I drew the silhouette of the controller in the SVGator app. Then I created the buttons and the rest of the design using simple shapes. All the elements have a 15-pixel stroke width. This will be our starting point. The strokes you see now will stay static in the background. I'll duplicate each of them individually and animate only the duplicates to create the neon effect. Let's start with the purple line. I'll duplicate it, change its color to blue, and reduce the stroke width from 15 to 10. Next, I add a stroke offset animator. A keyframe is automatically added at the position of the playhead. Then I copy the offset and dashes values, move forward on the timeline to 1.6 seconds, add another keyframe, and change the offset value to 0. Now I duplicate this animated line, change only its color, and shift it forward on the timeline so it starts slightly after the blue line. Then I duplicate the pink line, push it forward on the timeline, change its color to white, and reduce the stroke width to 5. You can already see the neon effect starting to appear. Now I rename my layers to make everything easier to manage. I also note which layers are animated because, at the end, I'll group the animated layers separately from the static ones. I'm going to repeat almost the same process for the shapes as I did for the first line. Duplicate the layer, add a stroke offset animator, copy the offset and dashes values, set the offset value to 0 at the end of the animation. Lighten the color. Reduce the stroke width to 10. If you look closely, you'll notice that the ellipse stroke caps are set to sharp, but we want rounded ends, so I'll change that. Then I duplicate the line again, make it white, and reduce the stroke width to 5. For this one, I want the white line to animate more slowly, so I extend its animation on the timeline. Here I rename my layers again, duplicate the animated ones, and move them to the right side of the composition. I repeat this same method for all the shapes, so I'll fast forward this part in the video. When the animation is done, I select all the static layers and place them below the animated layers. Make sure the layers are in the right order. Check that you haven't accidentally moved anything higher or lower than it should be. If everything looks good, group the animated layers, and we'll make this animation loop. At the end of the timeline, I add an opacity animator to the group and set the final opacity to 0. Now, our loop is ready. Next, I group the remaining layers, the static ones. I duplicate this group and add a blur filter with a spread of 20. Then I duplicate this blurry background group one more time for a more vibrant glow. You can adjust the blur spread and opacity until it looks right to you.